Should I hunt down the Dragon Ball? I already did that. Yo, we in here. What's up, man? Gotta talk to. I already did this mission. I guess it didn't save it.
I got what you asked for. That better be all of it.
Oh, okay, never mind. See, I already been through all this part. I'm just playing through Kakarot again, man. You know what I'm saying? Just why not?
Kakarot. So actually, that's only.
I don't feel like playing like a Xenoverse or anything like that. What's good, man?
Damn it.
Can y'all hear me?
But, oh.
Why? Why?
You were here now. Why don't yeah?
I'm just skipping all of this because I did this last night. What's up, Dan? Yeah, I just wanted to play some Kakarot, man. I just I hadn't live streamed in forever, and I didn't feel like playing Xenoverse. Didn't feel like playing Fighters. Definitely didn't feel like playing the Breakers.
Which means
I just wanted to kind of chill, and you know what I'm saying. My Vegeta is super strong because I train with Whis and Beerus first, so.
I will get stronger. I will go beyond Kakarot and this bastard version of myself. Prepare yourself.
Stop running, copycat Vegeta. DLC 6, man? Nah, this ain't DLC 6. They didn't even announce it. I would imagine. I don't imagine, bro. They're gonna announce it at Battle Hour at the end of January. See, I'm gonna have to open up
even myself.
Open up the stream because I couldn't see that comment.
Lagging behind Kakarot.
Wow, I guess that wasn't enough of a challenge for you, huh?
You really know how to piss me off.
Dang, Vegeta.
Come on. I was just messing around with you.
More.
Huh?
My boy
You're
Vegeta
right.
tripping,
It wasn't
ain't he?
enough. You're going to make me a stronger opponent.
Don't you take that tone with me.
I'm going to get stronger and use that strength.
Spider-Man
to
2,
crush
I
those
didn't get to play it yet, man.
You have a
I hadn't got it
problem
yet.
with that, Bulma?
Fine. You're a real pain, you know.
Let's get through this, bro. We ain't trying to hear Bulma talk, man.
Just
I'm skipping sub quest, man. I don't need to skip the sub quest because that's where I get the fusions and all that kind of stuff. But it ain't time for that anyway, so.
Hey,
I might do some of them. Who knows?
Goku. Don't
I just felt like flying around the Dragon Ball universe. Goku and Vegeta one-shotting everybody because I trained. Got Super Saiyan God with them already. See, what I wish was that like you could go through and train and get Super Saiyan God and all of that, but not have to raise your character level. You know what I'm saying? Oh, daggum, I gotta do this again. The best superhero game ever played? Shoot. Yeah, I hadn't played it yet.
Safety first, okay?
I hate that I gotta do this again because I really don't like this mission. It was fun the first time doing it. I'm just trying to get to the Dragon Ball stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, DLC 6, they'll announce that at Battle Hour.
Forget about safety.
I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see what it's gonna be. Like I know it's gonna be the tournament and all that.
Should be able to make it, right?
With but it's gonna be way more to it than that. It's not gonna, because that doesn't merit a DLC. It was just literally one episode. So I think they're gonna try to tie in some Toa and Mira. Because remember, Toa and Mira, they supposed to be coming back. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't heard nothing from them since the main game. I do think that this DLC will have implications on the base game itself, because this DLC 6 occurs within the scope of after the Boo saga. You know what I'm saying? So.
Too bad.
Oh dang! See, I can't even drive a hover cart. But yeah, so like the reason that the Beerus DLC, because some people ask on YouTube channel, like, trust my about content, say awesome, appreciate that, man. Got me crashing trying to read comments. The reason that DLC 1 and 2, the Beerus and Whis DLC and Golden Frieza. The reason that those had stuff that came to the main game was because those occurred after the events of the Boo Saga. So what I'm also interested in, because people are going to say, oh, well, you know, the end of Z happened, you know, after those things. It really didn't. I don't think we'll get Universe 6 and 7 until the next DLC pack. So there's going to be one more. There's going to be another season pass for Kakarot. They may announce DLC 6, and they may go ahead and announce a new DLC pack along with it. But even DBS Hype's already said the next DLC pack is going to be super based, and that's already set up with the Trunks DLC.
Oh, it's too
Like I will not with. It's all you.
So it's going to be one of those deals with this DLC that whatever happens in this DLC, it's going to affect the main game as well, because it takes place after the main game occurs.
I'm
Oh, she told us. Yep.
Now
Well,
what?
whoa.
I know it. Well, I'm.
Hey,
Did I?
that's you.
And I honestly don't know, man. Dragon Ball Daima it's not so much an anime. It's more like a series. I think, from my understanding, it's more like Dragon Ball Heroes, Super Dragon Ball Heroes. What's up, Gilvic? It's more like Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So I don't think it'll replace the anime.
Here?
Well, it's not a big deal, but I was hoping you could help me with a little problem.
Sure. What's up?
Not sure.
Mortal
if you've
Kombat
heard
Annihilation.
of it.
Hadn't watched it in a long time.
Excellent.
Don't nobody care about did anybody even use research and development in this game? I think that was a wasted sort of deal. Oh yeah, and we talked about that with the trunk stuff. You know that they didn't put that stuff in there for no reason. Even with Trunks, he's still kind of existing. You know what I'm saying? Bardock, his stuff is pretty much over. You could kind of tell from that DLC. The future Trunks one is the only one that's set up for more content. And I think, and the way that it's going to work when they do get the Goku Black is it'll be similar to how, how the Golden Frieza played directly off of the first DLC. So much so that you can literally go into the first, you can pick up your training where you left off at on Beerus's planet from DLC 1 or whatever. Because initially they were supposed to be a pair. They're supposed to come out at the same time and they didn't.
Really?
Fine.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what DLC 6 will be. Like I said,
Ooh,
I'm pretty sure Oob will be in the mix. He might not be. They might choose to go a different route. I think they will though. But Toe and Mira definitely, I think, is going to be a part of it somehow. Should I go and get the Dragon Ball? I was going to say, should I go ahead and get it? But yeah, let's go ahead and get the Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, the Trunks DLC by far was the best one. This one, the World Tournament DLC was second. It was good. It was good. The reason why that DLC, I feel like that DLC was more of a precursor to DLC 6 to get us used to ground combat and stuff like that. Now with this DLC, we should be able to do ground combat and air combat together. And I think this will be the DLC where ground combat makes an entrance into the main game itself. Because ground combat is going to have to be a thing going forward, especially if you're getting into Dragon Ball Super. And like I told y'all, because of the Tournament of Power. And that's why people was always like, oh, well, we'll get dollars and other features that went originally in the manga anime. What elements do you think Sparking should take from Kakarot? Some elements that I think they will take from Kakarot is like, actually you have some destruction in Kakarot. Like right here, right now, boom, I just flew through that and knocked it down. You know what I'm saying? They'll take elements like that from Kakarot. It ain't gonna be too much because the main inspiration for Sparking Zero is is Dragon Ball Fighters, more or less. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we'll see more elements from that than we will for anything dealing with Kakarot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna collect the Dragon Balls. It'll be something easy to do. Yeah, it'll take more elements from fighters and really just Tenkaichi in general. There'll be a lot of homages to the old school Tenkaichi games. You'll see a lot of homages to that, like with Hercule's super attack with the present for you and all that kind of stuff. Like, we'll get to experience that. You know what I'm saying? It'll be some stuff you'll be like, oh man, I remember that from the old Tenkaichi game. One element I really think that they could take from Kakarot would be the story element of the game. I think that the story element, you know, a lot of people think that the story element is just going to be a bunch of it is made the grinding base stats more fun. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, Geovic. Like, I think it'll be
cat nap.
I ain't gonna say just like free roam, but
Is he taking a cat nap? Yeah.
I think it'll take away from Kakarot in a sense of
I wonder what's going on
of the story.
Roshi.
I think you know, because you look at previous Tenkaichi games, the story had some free roam kind of elements to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you actually had to go through levels and do stuff sometimes. With that being said, I don't fully think that it'll be like, oh, just go to this fight, go to this fight, go to that fight. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense of Kakarot, I think that it'll have elements of that in it. I don't see how they make a game like this and not follow, because that's a Tenkaichi roadmap. I mean, that's how Tenkaichi was. You had like mini games, you had Snake Way, all that kind of stuff in there that kind of helped tell the story. Now, the biggest question for for Sparking Zero is, where are they going to start at in the story? Because, you know, people always complain and get mad. Oh, same old story, blase, blase. You know what I'm saying? But what people fail to realize is, in order for you to even tell the story of Dragon Ball Super, you're going to have to tell Dragon Ball. You're going to have to tell Dragon Ball Z. You're going to have to at least tell Z. You might not have to tell Dragon Ball, but you're going to have to tell Dragon Ball Z.
Felt a stone this hard before.
But what's interesting is within the trailers, they're not showcasing Dragon Ball Z stuff. They're showcasing Dragon Ball Super, and that's perfectly fine. Because I remember, you know, telling people a long time ago in a video I did that the next game that they make on next generation console is going to be a major game. And it was. I know people that say, well, with Dragon Ball The Breakers. No, Dragon Ball The Breakers was a PlayStation. It was a previous generation console game. That wasn't a PlayStation 5 only game. You know what I'm saying? This is the first PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X exclusive game. Like, this is not, it's not going to be on previous gen. And I told people they were going to do it on the Unreal Engine 5. And lo and behold, Unreal Engine 5, brand new Dragon Ball game. Big time, and the story is going to be based. I think it's going to be more centered around Dragon Ball Super. The story is there's plenty of content to tell, and in a game like this, you don't have to have like something like Kakarot, where we're flying through levels and stuff like that. Could you have a map this big? You most definitely can, because this isn't an open world map. It's a free roam. This is what we call a free roam sandbox. Okay, because I'm within this stage, but I can only. There's boundaries to the stage. Open world would be me being able to go anywhere I want to, doing whatever I want to do. Kind of like, I think the Horizon games on PlayStation, those are open world. Grand Theft Auto is open world. You can go anywhere on that map. On this game, you can't. You can go to particular locations, but within those locations itself, I can only go to certain places. So, like here, for example, if this game was open world, I would be able to fly from point A. I could fly anywhere on this map. And the reason they said they didn't do that was because you could literally go to Planet Namek or something without. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is open world. The pop-up battles are so annoying. I'm trying to explore. Yes. After you get so strong, you don't have to worry about the pop-up battles, though, because you can just fly through opponents. But with that being said, That's why they didn't make this game open world, because then I could just go straight to Planet Namek or something like that, or in reality, they could have made this game open world, because nothing stopped Goku and them from flying all over this place. That could have, got outside the story, but whenever you got to the off-planet locations, that's whenever you ran into those issues. You know what I'm saying? So I get that part, but the way that I feel is after the game was complete, it'd been cool if they made it open world. But I know that's out of the structure of the way that the game operates and stuff like that. I'm really hoping they bring back exploration.
Huh?
What'd you say? Going from fight to fight? Yeah, I think they will. That's what we was talking about. I think that they will go from. I think it'll be more exploration driven, like the original Tenkaichi games, where you actually do like little side quests, not side quests, but mini games and stuff like that. I think they'll have that in Sparking Zero. I don't think people understand how big this game is gonna be. Like, this game is gonna be pretty freaking huge.
Right.
Yeah. Hey!
I mean, you're already gonna have an enormous this enormous character list, but then on top of that, you're also gonna have the game itself is just gonna be graphically impressive. It's a single player game, so I hope they have a good story too. Like Kakarot, I would play online, but I'm not much of a. Me too. I'm not a big online player either. Geovic. I like the single player. And if it is single player, well, here's the deal why they say single player. The story mode is never co-op. In any Dragon Ball game, the story modes haven't been co-op.
Super tasty bananas.
So, you know what I'm saying? Them saying single player doesn't mean it'll be something like Kakarot. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just saying single player.
All right, here we go.
Online is a selling point for this game. I would disagree. This game could be single player and people would still buy it.
I wonder what's going on with Master Roshi.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it being online is the selling point, because other Tenkaichi games have sold like hotcakes and it didn't sell because of the online element. However, you could do couch co-op, and you can't. What I've heard, the possibility that you won't be able to do that in this game. However, bro, if this game was, let's be honest, and you can ask anybody in the chat, if this game was not couch co-op, I mean, if this game wasn't online, people would still buy it. Me personally, I would, but that's just I could be biased in that because I don't really care to play online. I like the solitude of playing by myself or whatever, or just playing against the computer. I'm perfectly fine with that, because there's a lot of issues with dealing online. And that could be a blessing and a curse for this game. If the online portion is not done right, if the NAT codes are bad, if there's a lot of lag, if there's a lot of issues with cheaters, people are going to find ways to exploit the online portion of the game. They're going to find, moves and stuff. And the problem with that is
This should be good.
it's going to affect the entire game, because whatever they change online as far as skills and balancing, that's going to take a precedence over the entire game itself. Kind of, you think Xenoverse, how they're constantly buffing and nerfing certain moves and things like that.
Hello.
It could be a problem. Looks like they're focusing on roster size too much so far and not story. That's a little concerning to me. Geovic, I don't think that's the case. I'm gonna use this as an analogy. Call of Duty, okay? Call of Duty has a good story. The story modes are always fun to play, but it's not the selling point.
Right.
The biggest concern that people have with a Tenkaichi game is never the story, because, at the end of the day, we really don't care how the story is told for the most part. If it stays accurate to what's going on, then that would be great. The biggest concern that people have is the roster size. Because the past Tenkaichi games, we've gotten very large rosters, and people are going to want to know, how big is the roster size going to be? So that is the main selling point. The closer we get to launch, you'll have a trailer for story mode. No, there's not another DLC yet. You'll have a trailer for the story mode. They'll showcase the verses. There'll probably even be an open beta test for this. I'm pretty sure there will be. I don't see why they wouldn't, because you want to be able to test those servers. But the only reason they're leading with roster size is actually, if you really look at it, if we're really looking at it, Geovic, roster, they're leading with they're using nostalgia to sell this game. What was some of the biggest selling points for the Tenkaichi games? The funnest parts about it: destructible environments, transformations, roster size, key blast struggles, and melee clashes. All of those 5 things that I've just listed are the main talking points whenever you go to the actual website and look at the game. It's nostalgia. And they're saying, hey, we're going to take these same elements that y'all had before in these games, and we're going to crank it up to a level not ever seen before. That's also why they're going with Super Saiyan Blue for the marketing. They can easily, I mean, people want a Dragon Ball Super based game, but think about it. It's a metaphor. Yeah, environmental damage as well. Yeah, that doesn't disappear. Okay, so it's a metaphor that they use Goku and Super Saiyan Blue on Planet Namek. Everybody go back and look at the trailer. The initial trailer, they have Goku on Planet Namek, but he goes Super Saiyan Blue instead of Super Saiyan. They're taking the same marketing approach with this game. And guys, I should have done this in the video, but it's, for those of y'all that's tuning into the live, you're getting to hear this straight up. They're taking the same marketing approach, and I'm explaining why, all right? Namek is nostalgic for what? Goku on Planet Namek, everybody knows, is nostalgic for what? The Super Saiyan transformation. We know that in Dragon Ball Super manga, in the Moro arc, that they did fight on Planet Namek and stuff like that. And people were like, oh, it's a homage. Oh, man, we're going to get Moro. That's not what the... I'm going to pause this for a second while I explain this. That's not what the marketing idea for that was. All right? The marketing idea for it is nostalgia. We set the stage with Goku on Planet Namek first, all right? After that, we go and have him transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Oh, wait, didn't Goku go Super Saiyan on Planet Namek? Yes, but we're taking that and we're taking it to a whole nother level. They're doing the same thing with the game. They're taking that original Tenkaichi 1, 2, and 3, everything that we love from all 3 of those games, they're molding it together, and then they're going to take it to an entirely different level. And that's exactly what that initial trailer was showcasing, with Goku being on Namek going Super Saiyan Blue. All right. So it didn't have nothing to do with Moro per se. Not to say that Moro won't be in the game or anything like that. It had more to do with their direction for this game. We're taking something that you know. We're taking something that you love. We're taking something super iconic. There's nothing in Dragon Ball more iconic than Goku's transformation on Planet Namek going Super Saiyan for the very first time. It's nostalgic. It's iconic for everyone. And they're taking it by him going Super Saiyan 2, or Super Saiyan Blue. That's the same way as them taking the Tenkaichi game, which is iconic. All right. And then they're taking it to the Super Saiyan level, Super Saiyan Blue level. Yeah, same thing, Geovic. Same thing with the recent trailer. Vegeta versus Goku on the mountaintop. Okay. It's a smart way to bring together OG fans and the kids of today that grew up. Exactly. That too, Riken. Even with the recent trailer, like he said, Goku and Vegeta fighting, a very iconic fight, a very iconic location. You said Kakarot going far in the future. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Kakarot's future here in a second. When I finish this thought right here. With the most recent trailer, you talk about Goku and Vegeta fighting. Okay, same concept, a very iconic fight, very iconic location. Everybody knows about it, but this time they're Super Saiyan Blue doing it. And you might say, oh, it's an homage to the end of the Broly movie. I don't know. At the end of Dragon Ball Super Broly, Goku and Vegeta training or whatever, fighting or whatever. At the end of Kakarot. Not at the end of this game, but at the end of the DLC, they showcase Goku and Vegeta fighting on there. You know, but it goes back to that thing. It's taking a drop of nostalgia. Okay. And what they're saying with all of this is, hey, yeah, we're focusing on the future. Dragon Ball Super is going to be a big focus in this game, but they're not going to forget where we came from. They're not going to allow us to forget where we came from to get there, if that makes sense.
What's going on with Master Roshi?
Bro, Master Roshi can wait. I'm trying to get these Dragon Balls so I can get some Zeo Rips. I'm going to have to go to Master Roshi's anyway to get it. So the far as the future for Kakarot, Kakarot is going to take a very similar path to how Xenoverse took. Xenoverse 2 is taking, I'd say, because it's still going. In that, oh yeah, the story mode I think is going to be pretty intensive.
Might cause some trouble later. Best to deal with
Because you got to think with Kakarot, with Super, there's not just a ton of content for Super, as far as story-based stuff goes. But back to where I get on before I can answer his other question. As far as Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's going to take the path of Xenoverse 2, where they just continually do stuff for the game. It's not going to be as fast as a Xenoverse type DLC type thing would be, but it is going to be there. It is going to be present. We'll get into Dragon Ball Super after this. After DLC 6, the next DLC pack should be centered around Dragon Ball Super. And then after that, I don't know, they might get into, I can see them going into GT and all that, because at the end of the day, they want Kakarot to be a living, breathing Dragon Ball world. There's some improvements that they need to make to the game, man. 5-year development is huge. I'm gonna tell you why it's huge. It's huge because
might cause some trouble later. Best to deal
it's
with
huge
now.
because of the large character roster. The character rosters for this game is enormous, and if you're gonna have each character have their own special type attacks and things like that, you're going to have to make it. That's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, the Unreal Engine 5 hadn't been out for 5 years. It hadn't been out for 5 years. So, some of that development time is them transferring this stuff over to the new Unreal Engine. I'm pretty sure it was on 4, getting it over to 5 and stuff like that. Heck, the Ps5, Xbox Series X hadn't even been out for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Benefit massively from a survival roguelike mode. Look at God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. I don't think it would. Actually, no, I can see that. You know what's funny about that, Riken? I thought about that when I was playing the new God of War DLC. October 2024? I'm either thinking October, November-ish for Sparking Zero, or February of 2025. Even mods for DBZ Kakarot can only carry so much nowadays. It's going to be interesting what they do with Kakarot, man. Yeah, I agree with you. There needs to definitely be some changes to the game. Because right now, like, there's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that there's nothing to do in the game. After you beat the game, there's nothing to do. You got to replay it to get all the benefits. The time machine is a waste. Don't allow me to go back and replay missions when I'm going to be freaking strong as an ox on steroids kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense for me to go back and you can replay story, which I understand the time machine was created for you to replay the submissions, and that's fine. Allow me to do that, but don't give me the option to replay actual story missions and then turn around and I one-shot everything. Don't advertise it like they did. They advertised it. I think if this game had co-op, I think I would play it more. Just too big of an open world to just explore. Yeah. My issue with Kakarot was that, like, you advertise, you can go back in time and fight a Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, but you take it and you one-shot everything. Do you think the time span for Kakarot's DLC were affected by sparking development? I don't, because it's a different developer. Kakarot, newest video, he talks about knowing. Hold on, what? Newest video, he talks about knowing the game free roam. Rod, what you talking about? But anyway, to answer your question, Jill Vic, no. Kakarot, people still don't want to believe this to this day, but it's a fact. COVID affected the development of Kakarot. And one thing about game development, when you get down, when you lose time in game development, you can't play catch up. I mean, you're forever behind at that point. People don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. Because they seen other games coming out during COVID. And the thing about it is every studio is not the same. Not to mention they was also working on the Demon Slayer game. So you had, people on deck with that. They closed down the Montreal office for CyberConnect 2. That was an issue. That you're affected there as well. And it's not to say that they're doing bad. It's just, they have their reasons. So all in all, there's a lot of things going on with that. Aside from online battles, Kakarot's mini games have potential for online, like kart races and this project. It's going to be so fun when we get more information about it. Well, the kart race, but let's be honest about the kart races. How many people are going to actually play that? I mean, it's going to be, you're going to have people play it for a little bit and that'll be it. You know what I'm saying? If they would have to make a standalone kind of game, like, and I did a video on this called Dragon Ball Racers.
Goku.
Different things that they could take from Kakarot and make games out of, or online things. I talked about that.
Let's just say she
Think like Mario Kart, but with Dragon Ball characters. I'd like that. It'd be fun.
So.
He said he knows how the new story
actually
mode for
done
Sparking
training
Zero
here.
will work. I'm curious to hear your
I'll be on the
opinion.
move again soon.
Seriously?
Who
That's a
said that?
bummer.
Well, how's this sound on you?
Shoot, I'd do that.
Here I come.
I think that the story mode will be similar to the other Tenkaichi games. I think it'll be similar to the other Tenkaichi games in that you'll be able to, like an open sandbox kind of deal. Don't think the scale of Kakarot. I mean, it could be. It could. With Unreal Engine 5 is possible. It won't be to the scale where I think like you walking through levels. Don't think like, cause dude, I'm gonna tell you, if it was like this, that would be like the perfect Dragon Ball game where, hey, the story mode is like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but then you got a verse mode. Bruh, if they did something like that, easily the best Dragon Ball game ever made. President Rose, okay. I don't too much pay attention to him because he don't have a lot of logic in the stuff that he talks about. He talks more for it seems like his content is more kind of like geared to hype people up. Some of it's not grounded in logic to me personally. That's just my opinion. So I hadn't really paid attention to what he said. I hadn't watched. I have to go and see what he says on that. But my opinion is, it's not that I don't believe him. It's because nobody knows right now. It's just, there needs to be some logic. Do you think that you're going to turn on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and it's going to be just like playing Kakarot as far as going through the levels and stages? I don't think so. I don't think so. You got to understand the majority of the resources for this game isn't going to the story mode for this game. Nobody remember. Hell, I don't even remember Tenkaichi 3 story mode. Do any of y'all remember it? I remember bits and pieces. I'm replaying it now on my PC. And I should have streamed that, by the way. We should have did that instead of Kakarot, but maybe we'll do it later this week. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm like, bro, I don't even remember this. I remember the fighting, and that's what people are there for. They're not there for the story mode. The story mode is single player. People are there for the single player element. I mean the multiplayer element. I'm curious, DM, do Bandai give the developers the funds, like for example, a fund or something? Yeah, the publisher. The money comes from the publisher. Bandai Namco, they go to the developer and say, hey, we want to make this game.
Hey,
Nah, DM,
I'm
not
so glad
maybe.
you're
Do it
back.
that way. Will
Well,
be dope.
did you
I
like
agree.
Ted?
If they did it like picture turning on Sparking Zero story mode, and it's just like playing Kakarot, but then you got the fighting element to it, bro. Hella dope. Do I think they'll do it that way? No, I don't. If they did, awesome.
Fix some
I don't think they will. Don't expect a fleshed out story like this. I don't think they'll do that. What they advertised us in the trailer is the main point of this game. Is that the main point of Sparking Zero? Oh, you said do the stream with Tenkaichi 3? Okay. I'm gonna download the one that has the Dragon Ball Super characters and stuff.
She's a new reason.
I got the regular one. I kind of wanted to play through the regular one. I've had the other one. Oh, we got the time machine. Heck yeah.
Interesting.
I got the other one. I don't feel like doing that one, to be honest with you. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it'll be that intricate. If I'm being honest.
Don't underestimate me! Don't underestimate me! I can't believe it! Got a gun!
I think it'll have some free roam elements to it, but I think the story's gonna be more guided, if that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, I'm on Planet Namek, but it's like, okay, now I can go and do certain things while on Planet Namek. Not so much like Kakarot where you could just fly around all willy-nilly. It could be though. It could be. I hope so. Because I'm biased towards that because I'm a single player type guy. You know what I'm saying? I like playing single player games. That's what I'm into. So naturally that's what I want to gravitate to, you know. And honestly, that wouldn't be a bad approach because the fights are going to be epic in that regard, you know? They can take away the RPG elements, leveling, eating, etc. Yeah, I can see them doing something like that, man. You'd have to really go back and look at Tenkaichi 3's story mode. Like it's not set up in a way where you just, it ain't free roam like Kakarot is. Now Budokai 3,
I have no need to go beyond this point.
dadgummit, I gotta talk to him. Budokai 3, you're flying around a map. See, I could see them taking something like if they did a new Budokai game, Budokai 4, yeah, I could see them doing something similar.
How's your training going?
But with Tenkaichi 3, if I'm not mistaken, that story mode, it just kind of took you through certain elements. You didn't fly to those elements. It's like, okay, Goku's at Snake Way. It takes you to Snake Way. Some of the stuff is kind of a free roam kind of deal, mini games or whatever, but it's nothing like Kakarot. However, the thing about it with this game is they're on the Unreal Engine 5. So those things are very, very possible. My only thing about it is this game, it seems there's something the researcher wants to tell you. Go to the forest and capture corporation.
Everyone's stronger now that they've been training.
My only thing with the game is that I really feel like it's more geared towards the character roster, the online stuff, things like that. Not saying the story mode won't be fun, won't be engaging, because guys, you gotta think about this with the story mode. They're gonna have to explain all of these characters. They're gonna have to explain them. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what to expect with these androids, but I really want to test my moves on them.
They're gonna have to explain, oh, who is Bergamo? Oh, who is Hit? Who is this? Who is that? So there's gonna be a story mode involved.
Sorry, but I didn't.
But how deep is it gonna be? I don't know.
How's the training coming along, Goku? We've done so much to prepare. Guess
Right.
We'll see, man. We will see. I'm interested to see that story mode though. If dude, I'm telling you, if it's like Kakarot, which I highly doubt, but bro, if we could like fly to different stages and all of that, oh my God, you talking about? I mean, because they can even take it a step further and have it to where you could just fly around and transform whenever you want and stuff like that. I don't think they do that because people are going to want to. The issue with them doing it like that is what you have to ask yourself, what becomes the main focus of the game? The main focus of the Tenkaichi series is the multiplayer stuff. It's not the story mode. We played the story mode. We enjoyed the story mode. They changed the story mode up 3 different times. All 3 games had a different type of story mode to it.
Goku, tell me the truth. These androids, do you think we have a chance?
DLC 6, have no clue when it's dropping. It'll be centered around the World Tournament after the Boo Saga.
Go on, take it easy. easy, okay? Don't worry, we've got plenty of time. Don't use up all that power of yours before the fight even starts.
Oh, sorry.
See, like this right here is dope to me. Like just being able to fly around like this. That's dope to me, bro. But no, it won't be on this scale. Imagine if they did Kakarot on Unreal Engine 5, bro. Golly.
Just promise me one thing. Don't go getting yourself killed. If you die on us, then the Dragon Balls are history.
Since it's single player, I'm expecting versus mode, story mode, tournament mode. Yes. I mean, and the other Tenkaichi games was single player too. You could play those games online. You could fight people online in those games. If I'm not mistaken, in Tenkaichi 3 you could. I thought you could. I know in Budokai you could.
5.5 miles.
But yeah, the reason why they're going to say it's a single player game because you don't play through the story mode or anything like that with multiplayers, with multiple people.
Gathered at the time and place that Trunks had mentioned. Bulma, who was eager to see the androids,
That's exactly how to be.
greeted them. But she wasn't alone. She had a baby.
People, I want a co-op story mode. Everything ain't got to be co-op.
Was a young
The story mode will not be co-op. It doesn't make sense for it to be. Only part I could see potentially is like the tournament of power part, but I don't even think that will be.
All right, go.
Okay.
The androids attack. Let's go.
Jeez. Where could those things possibly be? I'm starting to think I should have had Trunks show me a picture of them or something. I never imagined we wouldn't be able to track their energy. Krillin, how are things going with
Not so good, Goku.
Gotcha. If you find one of them, let us know, okay? If it's me you're after, then show your face. Tianjin-Han! Sorry. Same here. There's got to be some place we haven't thought to look.
I don't have Budokai 3. I can get it though. Actually, no, yeah, I do. I have it. Take it back. Yes, I do.
Where are you? Come on, show yourselves!
Streaming GTA 6. Oh man, everybody gonna be on that, man. You know, it just make me laugh because I did a video talking about it. I'm telling you, man, that Unreal Engine 5, man, and people are gonna be blown away with this game, just based off of that Unreal Engine 5. Like I don't think people understand just how different it's gonna make this game. Like, I guess if you've been one of those Budokai 3 players, Tenkaichi 3 players, whatever, you always played those games and was like, man, I wish that we could do this or do this, da 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 da. Even in Kakarot, if you get into a fight and you charge your ki, rocks and stuff like that come up. Like, dude, Unreal Engine 5 is going to drastically. We're going to experience something we've never experienced before in the Dragon Ball game.
Nothing at all.
With just because of the Unreal Engine 5 and the capabilities of that game. I remember whenever they had the Matrix stuff showing off all the different things that the Unreal Engine 5 could do. I was like, bro, I literally went to my computer. I made a video. That video is still on the channel right now. And the older people who've seen this video, they know exactly which one I'm talking about, where I talked about what the Unreal Engine 5 will do for a Dragon Ball game. Like, and I talked about that. Destructible environments that will stay destructed. They won't repopulate. It'll stay destructed because it operates individual from the realm itself. Charging your ki and all of that stuff. We talked about all of that, bro. And it's so crazy that everything we talked about, that's exactly what they're hinting on with this game. So that's why I said, man, I'm giving this the Kakarot, the Kakarot treatment, dog. Because a lot of this stuff can be predicted. A lot of this stuff can be foreseen as to the direction that they're wanting to go with the game. And from there, you can expect what they're going to do. I wish they would put stage transitions in the game where you knock an opponent through it. They won't do that. They won't do that. Deidre, the reason, okay, I'm going to pause and say this because that's a very good point. The reason that we had stage transitions in the first place is because the way that the game was built, It's in an enclosed area. Okay. So, like with Kakarot, why you don't have stage transitions with Kakarot? Because you can literally fight anywhere on this map. And try me. Get into a fight. You can't click off of your opponent, but if I get in a fight, right? Actually, let's go try to find a fight. I can show you better than I can tell you. I probably won't because I'm with T and Shinhan. You can fight anywhere in this area if you get into a fight. You're not limited to a certain area. And the reason they put stage transitions in those games is to give the sense of a larger area. With Unreal Engine 5, you're not going to need that. So stage transitions won't be a thing. You just knock somebody into another part of the area. Notice what they do say, though. How they say, oh, with stage, you'll be able to destroy parts of the area. The reason why they say parts of the area is because the fighting area is going to be so large, you'll be able to pretty much go anywhere you want to. So watch this. Oh, wait, I went the wrong way. See, I mean, I could just... Okay, they're going to keep fighting. See, I could go anywhere I want to. It's better in a boss fight, because if I get too far away, it's going to run me away from them, and I don't want that to happen. But see how I'm able to go where I want to go? So long as they follow me. So long as they follow me, this fight can go all the way back to the city. Because I'm locked on to them. You see what I'm saying? This is how it'll be in Tenkaichi. In Sparking Zero. So there's no need for a stage transition because we can literally... I can go underwater right now. I can go underwater right now. And we can take this fight right here. Okay? You see what I'm saying? It'll be the same way in Sparking Zero. Now, if I lock off of them, I can fly away from them. And see, I can escape. But if I had stayed locked on to them, so long as they followed me, I could go all the way here if I wanted to. That is exactly why the game... See how it just transitioned from me being into a fight to me escaping? Because there's nothing else to load. I'm in the actual playing area. So I could go anywhere I wanted to at that point. Certain things will appear and disappear, but for the most part, is there. I think Tenkaichi will be the same thing. Sparking Zero will be the exact same way. And I'm super excited to see that. Let me see, catch up with some of the comments. The short Goku and Vegeta fight in the trailer was intense. Rocks cracking fights, awesome. Yes. And they not showing you just to the magnitude that's going to happen, dude. Like,
surprised the androids know about...
I mean, and you asked earlier, what did they take away from Kakarot? Pretty much that. Like, the same way here, I can get in a fight. See how I destroy that? That I just flew through is not going to repopulate. If I get in a fight and fly through it, it's not going to repopulate. Now, if I go out of the area and come back, yeah, it will. Let's try to trigger something right here.
We mistakenly thought we could read their energies.
Let's trigger this fight right here. All right. Let's see if I can't See how I just flew through that rock? Oh no, I didn't fly through that one. Oh, see, yeah. Oh wow, that's crazy. You see how that just happened? That's how it'll be in Tenkaichi in Sparking Zero. See how that rock didn't repopulate? And you know what's crazy? I couldn't fly through it, but they shot a key blast and it blew it up. Okay, they're taking that stuff from Kakarot. Well, I say from Kakarot, but they've had it in Kakarot before. See how I just blew that up? It ain't coming back. It ain't repopulating. However, if I make an indention in the ground, that's going to repopulate. Tenkaichi or in Sparking Zero, it's not going to do that. It's going to stay a crater in the ground or whatever. So essentially with this fight right here that you're seeing on screen, Sparking Zero is going to be similar but on a much bigger scale. As far as the destruction, as far as how the environment goes, as far as how things are gonna operate, it's gonna be on a much larger scale than this. I got to get in there. The power of the Unreal Engine 5, exactly. See how they destroying rocks and mountains, like, and they're staying destroyed? That's how it's going to be in Sparking Zero. But anything to the environment, to the ground itself, it repopulates. And see, like I told you, I can go anywhere I want. I can only fly up so far, though. That I am limited on. It's not going to send me to another area. See, normally it would say like, oh, you're leaving the playing area. It's not going to do that here because I can't just escape the fight like that. I have to lock off of them. Now if I lock off of them and fly up. Hold on, let me fly up. I got to fly up. See, I can't go anywhere. I'm limited. I appreciate that, man. But see, I can literally fly wherever I want to in here. Picture Sparking Zero will be the same way, man. Only thing, it'll be a lot more environments to destroy and stuff like that. That's how it's gonna be, man. So picture, I say this. Let me use this analogy, okay? Use this analogy. Picture fighting. Picture this. Picture doing Dragon Ball Fighters in Kakarot. You know what I'm saying? Without the other three people, of course. That's kind of what we're looking at. That's the best representation that I have of us actually doing it. Picture Dragon Ball Fighters fighting in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I don't know about the biggest roster in history. I think when it's all said and done, it will. Yeah, I ain't gonna disagree with that. Starting out, no, I think it'll have a big roster starting out, but imagine, man, it's like, where are you gonna go with DLC, bro? That's what's gonna be crazy. How does Unreal Engine 5 change character model? Will they have more emotions? So what it does for the character models, you'll have better lighting, you'll have better shading. Hold on, let me do this right there. Also, what Unreal Engine 5 does for the character models, clothing, man. I think that we'll finally get that destructible clothing. Like as the fight goes on, the more damage you take. I ain't gonna say finally because we've had it in previous games, so it's not like something we've never had before. But yeah, better animations, better key animations when they're charging their key, better transformations, like battle damage, stuff like that will be more prevalent. I'd say that's it'll be more pronounced, if you will. Hang on. Y'all get what I'm saying with that? So yeah, so all of that makes sense. So let me see. I got my boy Vegeta here. Let's go to the add-on action here. Can I explain what the Unreal Engine 5 can do? I thought I was doing it already. Unreal Engine 5, man. So it makes. I'm gonna just go to Beers is playing it, so I can kind of. Companies aren't using Unreal Engine 5 at its fullest. They are. They're using it for the scope of the games. The physics, like the biggest thing that Unreal Engine 5 does is the lighting, is everything behaves separate of itself. For example, right now, this entire world is all connected. I can't see how I can just walk through a flower. That flower doesn't move. I just go straight through it. Unreal Engine 5, this flower is going to react to me running through it. So will this grass. See, all of this stuff was added. This grass doesn't move. Me running around, like, okay, you see that dirt? But see, that dirt just goes away as soon as I stop. It's not connected to the actual ground itself. It's more attached to me. Unreal Engine 5, if I'm running around and dirt is flying up, when I stop, that dirt is going to be a dust cloud. There's still going to be traces of that dirt being flown up. But you see here how it stops? Okay? Same thing, like I said, with the trees and stuff. It right here. I can't blast this tree. Can I blast this tree? Yeah, I can. Okay, I can. All right. I can blast this. See right there? But watch, it's gonna go back to normal. It's not gonna stay that way. Unreal Engine 5, if I do that, it's gonna stay there. Also, that grass is probably gonna be gone too, but whatever. The tree doesn't repopulate. It's gonna stay gone. That's similar to it. But yeah, so that tree goes away. That tree goes away. This bush right here goes away. But everything repopulates. If it's in the Unreal Engine 5, everything behaves separate. Everything is individualized. So if I put a crater in the ground, it's gonna stay there. Dragon Ball FighterZ is Unreal Engine, but it's on Unreal Engine 4. I'm talking about what Unreal Engine 5 can do, what it does. Lighting is better. Textures are better. They use a thing called nanites. And God dang, I can't just sit here and explain it all because it's so much. But long story short, for a Dragon Ball game, you're going to get truly destructible environments. So like this mountain, for example, I'm going to fly through this mountain and it's going to be nothing left. In Unreal Engine 5, watch this. Boom. See how I fly through that mountain? It crumbles. There's a cloud of dust. But as the dust clears, there's nothing there but flat land. All right. You see a few pieces of rock right there. In Unreal Engine 5, you'll see like crumbles of the boulder. It won't be like, okay, nothing. You can't even tell it was a boulder there. You're going to see like actual pieces of the rock itself. It's going to simulate as if an actual mountain had crumbled upon itself. Does that make sense? And then from there, like here, I can't blow up these pieces. They repopulate because what that cloud does, when you saw that cloud of dust, it just basically transformed this area into this. Now this is a part of the ground. Unreal Engine 5, if these things were here, I could blast those away as well. And it would stay blasted. Yeah, perfect example. Think of the technology they use with Ultimate Tenkaichi. How when you did an ultimate attack, it left a crater in the ground. It's something similar to that, but the difference with Ultimate Tenkaichi is that was literally all that was a stage transition. It's just like in the older Tenkaichi games and Budokai games when you do an ultimate attack, how it changes the area and stuff like that. It's very similar to that right there. But with Unreal Engine 5, it's all done in real time. So I fire my Gallic gun, it tears a hole in the ground, and that hole in the ground is going to stay there. And it happens in real time. It's not a cutscene kind of deal. Even though there'll be cutscenes for the super attacks, that stuff is still there in real time. Can Unreal Engine 5 make characters complex? I mean, it'll be a cutscene in Sparking Zero, too. You saw that from the trailer gameplay. But the thing about it is, like, in Ultimate Tenkaichi, you can't land inside of that crater that you made. In Sparking Zero, if you make a crater, you'll more than likely be able to land inside of that crater and continue fighting. You get what I'm saying? You could fly over the crater and fight in Ultimate Tenkaichi, but you couldn't get inside of it. It's going to be permanent throughout the battle. Yes, it's going to be permanent throughout the battle. Even in Kakarot, if I get in a fight and I hit the ground with something, it's going to make an effect. But in the game, even as I'm fighting, that effect is going to go away. I hope we get to play it. I do too, man. I think that'll be dope. I think that'd be dope to get the planet cutscene. Somebody else had a question. So as far as the character complexity, yeah. Character, it's the same way with the character. Like you'll see destructible armor, clothing, and stuff like that. That's gonna make a return. I don't see how that doesn't make a return. I mean, even in the scans, you can see battle damage on the characters and stuff like that. And then, like I said, as far as the characters, part of Unreal Engine 5 is like right now, if I started charging my key, this grass will start blowing. You'll start to see rocks break and fly up in the air, just depending on how strong your character is, I would imagine. But that's part of the character. That's part of the world reacting to the character. And it does that. Let me go get in the fight with Beerus and I'll show you. It does that as well. Actually, I don't know if I want to fight Beerus. I think he 250. Ooh, I'm finna die. But I'm gonna do this just in case, just to show it. So, see how I'm charging my key, and you see the little rocks? You see the rocks flying up? Come on, Vegeta, don't die. I'm trying to show something to the people. So I'm on the ground, right? Look at me charging my key. You see like the little rocks and stuff kind of flying up? It's way more pronounced in in Tenkaichi, in Sparking Zero. And then see the character effects? It ain't really a lot of them on there. Think like being in surge mode all the time, though. It ain't gonna be like that, but I mean, just the graphical effects. See how that look? I mean, that looks great too, don't get me wrong, but I gotta. Yeah, that didn't end well for me. But do that make sense? I'm gonna get out of this battle because I'm not finna sit here and do this with me being this low level.
Impossible.
How Bandai says something about DLC 6 in January because we haven't. Yeah, I think they will at Battle Hour.
What's wrong with you? You haven't.
Do you think the music will be? Hey. Okay. Do you think the music will be great, and do you think they will add a jukebox? I don't know about the music. I have no clue about the music. I haven't even thought about the music. As far as Dragon Ball games, this is probably one of my favorite as far as music goes because as far as music goes, you have a good soundtrack here. Like you have the nostalgic songs and all of that kind of stuff. DLC wise, man, these were all dope. I can't do this because I hadn't. In order to completed Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the main game. I thought they said with the second DLC that you didn't have to complete the main game. We see a Tenkaichi 3 fight. Can we see a Tenkaichi 3 fight and analyze Cruel Game is unfair? So, you can't right now because I'm playing on my PlayStation, so there's no way to showcase that. I'd have to do it in the video. I'm gonna need Goku mid in the game. If you know, you know. Androids, Bardock. Let's go. I feel like they should have did these things in order. Like, I don't know, man. Oh, snap. I don't want to do this. I already did all this. Oh, well. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot I'm on my other save.
People I care about. You're gonna pay for that.
Know your place, rodent. Crushed beneath my heel.
They had a very missed opportunity. Oh dang, I can't get out of this. That's messed up. They made a missed opportunity with this DLC. They could have had Goku training on Kami's lookout, man. Like the 3-year time skip.
Curse you, human pathetic interference.
This reign ends here.
Fool. There exists neither man nor
Ground combat is dope though. Like
me.
I feel like yes, I am gonna cover Sparking Zero with the same attention to detail I gave Kakarot. I've already done 1 or 2 videos on it. Ultimate Tenkaichi was great. I'm gonna tell you what hurt Ultimate Tenkaichi was the combat. That's the only thing that hurt that game. You had elements of Xenoverse 2 in there where you can create a character. And what's crazy is his hair even changed when he transformed, where you don't get that in Xenoverse 2. But you had the training system. I like the training system where you can actually train. Now that Bruce Falconer stuff won't happen at all. I'm trying to do that and focus on the game. Another thing that's cool with Ultimate Tenkaichi, like I said, it was mostly just the training stuff that was the issue with that game. I mean, not the training stuff, the combat. All of that, the button guessing kind of deal, that's what hurt that game. If the combat was like the regular Budokai and Tenkaichi games,
Weaklings and dissidents.
that game would have been amazing.
You are no different. The world of evil I shall create has no place for you. I will crush you like the insect you are.
Finish this once and for all. I'll give it everything I've got to stop you.
I am not paying attention to this fight at all, man. I'm finna lose. I'm not finna lose, but I'm not dominating like I should be.
So maybe you're right.
Oh yeah, you had to back in the Budokai days. Use your imagination. Nothing wrong with that. I did too. That's what made those games fun, man. Like, and I think really in reality, you're not gonna have to do that so much. It's like charging your key and all that kind of stuff. I need to get out of this fight, man, so I can go to my main save. I don't want to play through this DLC. Dang, that boy. Super Saiyan forward and go through black with the. Oh man, I'm telling you, it will be cool. It's gonna be real cool to see all of that. One thing that I didn't like with this DLC is like some of the moves that he learned. It's like, why would you not carry that over to the main game since it occurred before? In a sense, I don't know how they explain that. Cuts, actionable cutscenes and all that kind of stuff, man. So you talk about Goku training on Kami's lookout, but you don't even put that in a game. Like, that's a huge missed opportunity.
The Warriors reunite, and the 23rd World Tournament begins.
I like the audio. I love the music for Dragon Ball. Yeah, man. Ah, dang. That's the only thing I don't like about like starting a new game or something is Another thing is with flying Nimbus.
Master Roshi, Krillin, and Chow not here.
All right, let's. I do too, dude. I wish they did like that. I don't know why they won't do it. I don't know if it was because it was Dimps, not Dimps, but Atari. The reason why Bandai won't put out another, sort of Tenkaichi deal. First I need to save this. I don't see the what if stuff for me was kind of meh. It was all right. I think the what if stuff, it'd be cool to have, but I mean, really, you got Dragon Ball Superheroes is more. I mean, that fulfills all of the what if stuff that we would deal with. That wasn't Bruce. That was Kenji. Yamamoto still in music, but Bruce still got in trouble for it. Like that. That still broke his music deal with the game. I mean, with the anime, actually, the Bruce Falconer score and all that. Because that was freaking iconic, man. The Prince of All Saiyans. We didn't even get to hear about Android 21, like in Kakarot. Like,
So, are you ready to begin your training?
I feel like they should have updated the game to let us modify the training room a little bit more. Special training. And then, too, it's weird because the Trunks that you have in the character selection is stronger. Like, this Trunks is weaker than the other Trunks, but they're the same Trunks. It's so weird. If you look at his battle power, him at this level is still weaker than the other Trunks. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a video.
Suppose we should go back to that annoying house.
Breaking down some Tenkaichi stuff. It's just sometimes it's just really cool to just fly around in the game. The next DLC is going to be over the World Tournament. I forgot the training room even existed after the first DLC. Like, there's literally no point in training with Bonnie. You begin. Exactly. There's no reason to. Like, it does no good at all. Let me go grab these sensu beans. Sensu beans! There's no reason to train at all. The thing that I feel hurt this game was that they made it so that training doesn't help you. Like, they put training in a sense of eating to get stronger, and that's so stupid to me. I'm like, who the heck was in that room and was like, hey, let's make them eat to increase their stats in a Dragon Ball game where fighting is the most prominent thing that you can do? Like, I like eating. Yeah, let us eat to gain certain things such as health and ki. A lot of stages? No, I don't think it'll be a lot of stages. Let us eat to gain ki and health, but as far as our melee and all that stuff, bro, y'all know how I feel about that. That's bogus. The scale of this game is crazy. Like, look, you see them chairs up there, you think that they're small, but then you drop down on the ground and they're scaled to size, bro. Like, god dang, that's so crazy. The scale of this game is what I love the most. Like, where's the World Tournament Arena? Like, you see this tree out here, you think it's close. No, it's freaking far as crap. And it takes a while to get there. And it looks so small.
Easy prey.
But it's not.
Easy prey.
Eating is for boost. I agree. Training is for, yeah, I know what training is for in this game. What I'm saying is it shouldn't be that way. Training in this game should be boost. And then eating should be, yeah, for like health and ki boost. I don't disagree with that part, but And see, like this is a perfect example of the scale in this game that I love so much. You look at this ring right here, bro. It's like, oh man, that looks. Actually, I've never been right there. That's pretty cool. I've never been like back there. You look at this and think, oh, that's not that big, or that looks big. It's crazy. It looks small, but when you actually drop your character down in there, it's scaled to fit. Like this is literally how he would scale. It fits. Like look at this. It freaking fits. Like bro, that is perfect. The scale for this stuff is perfect, man. This is how size ratio should work. And then you'd be like, dang, like, I mean, look at it. It's all scale. Like, look at that, man. Even the ring, bro. Like, this is not a very small ring. I mean, it's not just large, but you can see how it would be a challenge to fight here and not get knocked out. But I like it. I love that about this game. Well, got that vertical. What up, boy?
Hey.
Kind of disappointed that we didn't get a tournament mode in this game, which they let us choose who to spar with. I think it's truly true. I think the true training is self-imposed in this game. It is. It's one of them games where the more you play it, the better you get at the combat, even though it's not real intricate combat, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I literally just, sometimes I just like flying around. You know, somewhere I haven't been in a while on this game? I hadn't been to this area. I've been everywhere else. I wonder why they put that back there and didn't let us go to it. That was stupid. Let's go to the mountains. I haven't been in here since I had to for the story. I just wanted to come back up here, man. That's cool. I say this is a way smaller area than some of the other ones. Where else haven't I been? Let's go to New Namek. Kai's planet. It's crazy that Vegeta can go there. Like, how? They should have been like, no, only Goku can go there. Instant transmission. Planet of Kai's, New Namek. I don't like that they even allow you to go here because you can't do nothing here. There's no subquest or anything like that. There's nothing to do. I mean, these fish, a black Namekian fish. But other than that, like, and the scale of Namek is huge. Like, it's a big place, and there's not anything to do whatsoever. Now, I do like what they did as far as eating with the new DLC. They streamlined it. I wish they would do that for the main game, that you ain't got to fly around and hunt all day, but it's crazy, yo. Boom. Whee! Z-Orbs, I mean, but here's the deal. At the end of the day, guys, Kakarot was not made for the veteran Dragon Ball players. They even tell you, if you're skilled at fighting games, did I fight level 300 Mirror? Heck yeah. Will Sparking Zero have this type of open zone? I don't know. I hope that it does. I can see it having it. But I don't think it'll be as far as... I'm going to do a video on that, bro. I think that it will. I just don't think that it'll be like Kakarot as far as story, where it's like this linear story. Or like, I don't think it'll be like Kakarot where I can choose like, okay, let me go here, here, here. I don't think it'll be like this, where I could choose to go to all these different locations in the story. I think it'll be more linear experience, but with it being linear, yeah, you'll probably have a map and I can go here on the map kind of deal. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I can see it being that way. Because they're going to want to show off like the Unreal Engine. Like they're going to, what that allows them to do for the game is amazing. The only way I can see them not doing that, and it's a possibility, a very good possibility, is because the majority of the focus in this game is going more towards the character roster than it is for, like, I would say, like the story mode. But the reason I can see them doing it in the story mode is because in the story, like, there's going to be a lot of new characters in this game, a lot of characters that some people aren't going to know, and they're going to want to know, like, what is the deal with it? Who is this guy? What is their purpose in the Dragon Ball universe kind of deal? That's where the story mode comes along to explain a lot of that kind of stuff. So I can see it being a possibility. Like, this could be one of those games that we've always prayed for. Like, when we play Kakarot, we play Xenoverse, we play Fighters, and we say, daggum, why can't they just combine all three of these games into one Dragon Ball game? It'd be the perfect game. Well, yeah, Sparking Zero has the potential to be something similar to that. They draw their inspiration. They say they draw inspiration from Fighters. I don't see why whenever, Tenkaichi is what it is. It's prominent in and of itself, but, we'll see. I think it has more structure as far as, like, the combat. I think that the combat system will be a little more intricate than it was in previous Tenkaichi games, which is still a good thing, which is a great thing. But it also makes me nervous because I don't want it to be something like Ultimate Tenkaichi, which I know it won't be, but you know what I'm saying.
Fortune's finally smiling upon me.
The intro when Goku and Vegeta were fighting was insane. Yeah, that was crazy. It looks amazing. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I get excited, man. I want to see more stuff, I don't like when they announce a game and then they take 6 months before they show anything else about it. Announce a game when it's close to coming out, not, like GTA, coming in 2025. It's like, bro, why even show the trailer right now? That's stupid. You could have saved that. We know it's coming out anyway. They haven't given a release date for Sparking Zero. They hadn't even gave a year. It could come out. I think it'll either come out in the fall of 2024. Really join those Zero Generation absorbent. I think it'll be fall of 2024 or January, February-ish of 2025. Because if this game is going to have a multiplayer element, I could easily see them having a beta for it like they did for... they had a beta test for Xenoverse. They had one for... they had one for Fighters. They even had a demo. Didn't they have a demo for Kakarot? They show a lot of Sparking Zero and Battle Hour. I don't think they had a demo or anything for Kakarot, or beta test or anything. They showed it off. Hold on, did they have a demo for Kakarot? I don't think so, because you would still been able to kind of see that. They had a demo? Okay, I couldn't remember. I wanted to say that they did, and you played the... I don't remember them having a demo for Kakarot. Maybe they did. I know they had one for Fighters. They had one for Xenoverse. Those were more to test the beta codes and stuff like that, though. What's up? Yeah. All right. But guys, I'm in the stream because I'm hungry and I'm finna cook me something to eat. But I will definitely get on those videos. Should be dropping one tomorrow, man. We'll talk about the Unreal Engine 5, the Tenkaichi whole deal and stuff like that. They did do a demo. Okay. I remember Rhymestyle playing something on Bandai's, when he was live streaming. I was so upset about that because I'm like, bro, I knew way more about the game and I should have been the one to do that. But whatever. Maybe we will with Sparking Zero. But anyway, I'm ending the stream, guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Hit a like, share it, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Get ready for that video to drop tomorrow, man. Till next time.